Hello, my name is Sheldon and welcome back for another episode of Accelerator 3 as Korea. In previous episode, we managed to... Well, we did get the GDP grow a decent bit again. I think we started around 44 million or something like that. So it's another 4 million increase. The literacy rate was going up a little bit. The standard of living didn't change much. But we did manage to pass the laissez-faire for the economic system. And that's doing fairly well. I suppose we could try... You know what, I'm going to try to pass the free trade. That will probably radicalize the rule fork a little bit. But if we can pass that, that's going to give us another journal entry stuff. Plus, it might allow us to do a lot more trading, which is probably not a bad idea, actually. Currently, I suppose the... Well, actually, the landowners are quite happy with that one. Rule fork, not so much. Which does mean that the research is going to be slightly slower. Not, like, massively slower, mind you. And how's the... Oh, right, so the improved fertilizer will be done after that. Then we're going to go through the military, the enlistment officers, and then something else in society again. We'll see what is going to be the case then. But currently the private sector is building more factories, power plants. Actually, it's mostly power plants in our capital, actually. More tooling workshops. Oh yeah, we got plenty of tools. Movement to serve protectionism, organizing Jiangxia. Okay, 10% more radicals or 20%. Okay, we'll take the 10% more radicals, I guess. We do start with 35% chance of progress in the law. There's not that much chance for the stalling, and it's got a good chance for advancing the law. So I think we are going to get the free trade pass sooner or later. How soon, though, remains to be seen. We could also... Actually, let's go ahead and get another government administration somewhere. We do have over 500 bureaucracy right now, so we could probably go ahead and increase one of the institutions. Home Affairs could be potentially a good one. Another one would be... Well, social security at this point might not be a bad one either. Might increase the standard of living quite a bit. But yeah, so we wanted to get another government administration. Jiangxia, the northwestern state, is going to be the one to get the next one. That's going to get us to 20 already, actually. Alright then. Well, there's a lot of bureaucracy needed. We've got a fairly sizable population in a fairly small area. So that makes quite a difference. It looks like the liberty side is going down just a tiny bit there. And there's the civilizing mission, which means that we can actually get another interest somewhere. Now the question is, where are we going to put that? I could put it in Iberia, I could put it in England. Don't know if we actually need that. Could put Northern Germany. Could put France. Could put Russia. Or something like Livonia or Finland, Scandinavia. You know what, I'm going to put one in Japan. Keep the Japan as an option to maybe then request support or something. They probably won't accept that, mind you. Ooh, I'll discover in Western New Guinea. Alright then. Well, that's good. And yeah, there's still 5 more things being built currently, or simultaneously in the... or by the private sector. Actually, that reminds me. And now that we are building things... Oh wow, the investment pool is increasing drastically. Okay, we need to start getting some more construction speed. I think we're going to go ahead and increase the construction sector over here in the northwest and southwest. And probably in our capital as well. That's going to be another... probably about 20 points or so. I don't know the exact number, but that's going to be roughly the estimation. So we can increase the economy even faster. So we're currently at 10.8 standard of living. Hopefully we can get that over 11 soon. That would be nice. Oh, paper mills have been expanded. Excellent. More power plants will be done very shortly. The textile mills are underway. Industries are getting a bit more work done as well. Oh. Indefensible extortion. We've worked towards a common coal. 10% chance, or we get more approval and hot attraction. I'm going to just take the 10% right now. The industrialists are already pretty powerful, mind you. So we don't necessarily need to make them even more powerful, at least not currently. So there we go. Power plants will be done very shortly. We'll get government administration built fairly soon, as well as some of the construction sectors are going to be done fairly quickly. So that's going to allow us to start building a lot more. I think we are definitely going to hit the 50 million GDP today. How soon into the episode, though, that remains to be seen. Devout Scandal. You know what, I always get as low popularity for the clergy leader as possible. But yeah, currently the rule folk are very angry. I suspect that they'll eventually start to appreciate things again. It might just take a while. We could also, once we build the construction sectors and all that, we might just go ahead and increase the army size a bit further. We're currently at 100 battalions plus 60 conscripts, which isn't massively bad. Oh, there we go, 10.9 standard of living. I think things are actually improving now. Oh, the paper... You know what? We're going to cancel the paper trade at this point. Is there anything else that we have in high abundance? Oh. Right, we need more mana wars. Alright then. There's probably not enough demand for it, though. At least not yet. We only got 100 convoys, though, so the amount of things that we can actually import or export is not massive. We could potentially go ahead and... Maybe we can export some of the tea or some of the liquor again. Let's see. Export. Productivity. We'll export some liquor to the British market, I suppose. That'll probably help. Relations with the French are now improving. Oh, God's will. We'll boost the Free Trade Party, I suppose. Oh, right, we've got election season starting. So, Liberal Party is the leading one, with the Free Trade Party being the second largest. So, if these two form the government, that's going to be fine. And did we... Oh, right, we've got most of the construction sectors already built of the three. That one's going to be done very shortly. We still got about 600, almost 700,000 in gold reserves, so we're good on that. The private sector is going to start building even more things. I think the investment pool is going to start diminishing again a little bit. But we've got over 6 million in there. Oh, wow, 6 million. How the heck did we get that much in there? Not that I'm complaining. I'm just very, very surprised. So there's a whole lot of tooling workshops. Am I getting any more production? I'm leading producer of mana wars and third highest producer of artillery at this point. That's actually not bad news then. Oh, a free trade thing is now in drafting. Excellent. We might get that passed soon. There's still a decent bit of foreign stuff being built, especially by the Chinese government. If we have a look at the economic entanglement, it's back to 2.0. Okay, well, their GDP is still at 110 million. We got 48.5. Ooh, expand power plants completed. Stable supply of power. Our capital gets, for 5 years... extra third of power plant building throughput. We get 6,000 progress on steam turbines. That's actually pretty good. Or 4.5. We'll get the 6,000. That's basically the highest boost that we can get from there. Currently, at least of the options, that's the highest one. So that's about 300 per level. We are already taking some of that. We could potentially increase the home affairs. Potentially, or we could go for the law enforcement, increase that even further. A little bit less radicals. I mean, the standard of living is now improving, so I suspect that the radical numbers are maybe at least dropping a little. Oh, wow, that's so many things that we're building right now. Yeah, no, this is industrialization for sure. I suppose the next thing is to figure out how we're looking on the population. Okay, 38% are still peasants. The crusade for change. Success chance. You know what? I will say the 20% success chance. Now it's 65%, so it's very unlikely to fail at this point. Let's double check that there's still peasants in every state. They are, so there's at least some laborers available. The power plant over here, that's level 5 already. They don't actually need that much power. Is there any of the factories that could already use the... Well, there's the mechanized looms. Yeah, we don't actually need the reduction on manpower yet, or manpower use yet. But I suspect that sooner or later that will start happening. But the fertilizer is going to be researched soon. What are we getting in the society? Ah, it's pan-nationalism. That's actually going to be a good one. More authority. And there we go. Now we're 49 million GDP. How far are we from the Russians? That's still about 10 million. We do have a higher standard of living than they do, which is a bit surprising. Of course, their population is quite a bit higher than ours. And they would not support us in our independence, which is a bit unfortunate. So, what about our relations with Bengal? No, they probably would not do anything about that. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Industrialist sufferers in Junji. Get a setback. Get some we'll take the minus 10% there. We've still got over 50% chance of passing that, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and maybe get another bureaucracy. In Kwambuk, so it's the northeastern state, that's going to get some more administration. There's only level 5 there, actually. But we are still wasting a decent bit of our taxes. Almost 48,000. Of course, we're currently paying almost £52,000 per week to China, which is probably what is floating their economy drastically. They're still the 5th largest economy in the world. Population is 400 million. That's quite a bit more than ours. Their standard of living is quite rubbish, though, and it hasn't really improved in a long, long while either. Whereas ours has started soaring. A bit, well, not really soaring. It's been kind of stable for a long while, but it starts to increase now. I suspect that once we get the social security increase to level 2, that's going to increase the... Well, it's going to increase the costs that we have, but also the standard of living is starting to increase. I'm guessing the reform... Yeah, no, we don't need to reform the government. Oh, do you want to join in? Oh. Oh. No, we're going to keep it as is, I think. Because the landowners and these two will have some serious disagreements, and it'll cause more trouble than what it's worth. And that's a whole lot of tooling workshops right now. Wow. We might soon become one of the leading producers of tools by the looks of it. Because we're producing a whole lot of it. I don't actually know how much of it is... You know what? Can I see that somewhere? Let's see. Tooling workshops. Not a significant producer. Oh. Oh yeah, we are in there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're number 7 right now. Jing is not, though. But we are. So yeah, let's just say that Jing is probably very reliant on our production of tools then. And it will keep on increasing. Actually, how much is each level of workshop in here? So it's 80 tools. Alright then, plus whatever bonuses we have. We've got already pretty good throughput in here, actually. They'll probably keep on increasing further. Right, fertilizers are going to be very shortly. That's going to allow us to get some more production. Then there's going to be either threshing machine, dynamite, shift work, or rubber mastication that will start spreading. I'm hoping for the dynamite, actually. But the improved fertilizer is going to allow us to get even more cheap grain. And then more fertilizers and everything. Oh, and we're almost at 50 million now. There we go. Almost there. Which does mean that the Liberty side, well, it is dropping. I don't suppose... No, we don't have any actions available there. But the, well, economic dependence is still pretty high. There's the social security. Backroom dealing exposed. We'll take a small hit on the bureaucracy. Oh, and there's a fertilizer plant underway. Perfect timing. Right, well, let's go ahead and change those then. So it's going to be the fertilizer plants. Is there actually naval base? Okay, no, we don't need to change any trading laws there. So rice farms, we can go ahead and put in more fertilizers in there. It might not be perfectly profitable on, well, most places really. But the fertilizer plants, we can start producing a lot more fertilizers. And we'll be getting some more fertilizers as well. So now we're at 50.1 million. Compared to Jing's 111. So they still got more than twice what we have, but the difference is definitely diminishing. And rather quickly, I might add. Oh, we got 2 good relations with Jing right now. Oh, that's probably one thing that is reducing the... Yeah, that's partially it. Okay, well, we do... Oh, actually, can I reduce relations with you? Yes, I can. Well, there we go. Let's do that. So we can at least reduce it from growing too quickly. I could expel diplomats. That would increase our infamy a little bit, though, so I'm not entirely sure. But in a pinch, we can do that, of course. Tooling workshops, there we go. That's another one built. We'll get some more motor industries and some railways, actually. We might go ahead and, since we got the money, and we're still making a decent cash here, the investment pool is dropping a tiny bit in size, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the army size a little bit further. Shouldn't take too much. And we could also go ahead and increase the construction speed somewhere. Is there? There's still quite a few peasants in here as well. Get that level 6. Then we can get a little bit further. I don't actually know... How much is this per level at this point? Well, I suppose we get that 15% boost plus a little bit extra throughput. So yeah, it's a decent bit. But it's not going to be like a massive increase. It's probably going to get us close to 180. But it's shy of that, but yeah, oh. Inefficient construction, oh. Right, yeah, no, we've got a lot of things underway here, and the investment pool is increasing a lot. Industrialists petition the government to pass free trade with it. Yeah, we're already doing that. Dangerous equipment, no, we can't pull the brakes. And foreign manifesto on preserve protectionism. I suppose we can allow them to not get too upset with the rule folk, or the rule folk shouldn't get too upset, hopefully. So there's going to be a bit more support for the protectionism, but we're still going to try to pass the law. Rising speed captivates the public. We'll take the 15% chance, so now we've got 62% chance there. So we're going to keep on increasing the army size at least a little bit. To hopefully, well, not necessarily match up with the Chinese armies entirely, but at least increase our prestige. Get us to the point where we are more likely... Oh, actually, support regime. Will they actually support that? Oh, they do. Okay, never mind. Can I? No, I can't cancel that. I didn't check that, if they would accept or not. Well, that's going to reduce the legitimacy side then, but at least our legitimacy is going to start going up, which means less radicals, more loyalists. We might be able to fix a few things here. Well, that's a bit of a mistake on my part then, but oh well, it happens. In which case, we could potentially get this one. No, that would still be pretty bad, actually. Yeah, we'll just reset. Right, so how bad is the decrease in there? It's 0.14, so it's not a disastrous necessarily. Of course, our relations are probably pretty good right now. They're cordial. They're still going up slowly. You know what I could do is just expel the diplomats. That's probably going to be our best bet. And keeping them somewhat... Oh, now I could demand the independence again. Right, let's have a look at the modifiers in there. So, Russia doesn't really support either side. Egypt and Italy would be supporting Jing. Yeah, so they would not accept this by any means. The military power difference is quite massive. So there is that. At least we're getting more battalions to the army. So slowly but surely our army size will be increasing. And we'll have a bit higher... Might be, you know, we may need to increase the army a lot more than that, mind you. But we've gotten at least a start there. Hey, low progress to voting. Well, there we go. So one more success, and then we'll have the free trade instituted. Which is going to be quite nice. We might also need to increase the navy size a little bit. Admittedly, the infamy will be dropping fairly quickly. Oh, what's this thing? Karen. You know what? Sure, we can join in. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Okay, then. You know what? We're not in the war yet. Our side, of course, does have a lot... Wait, am I the only army in here? I might be. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and mobilize one army. Not going to send both armies, just one. That should do, and then we'll go ahead and deploy to the front. Where we got the less advantage. Oh, actually, we'll just go for the southern front over here. It'll take us a little while. Oh. Quest for market control. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Oh. So we've got our own tributary now. Okay, I didn't even realize that that was what they offered us. You know what? Own market control. Sure. Okay, the liberty is fairly low. We're going to be supporting them in the war, so they'll probably be quite happy. So how much are we getting from the Oh, we're getting 150 per month. Or week, sorry. That's not a whole lot of money. And with the army active, we're paying a little bit extra money, but it's not too bad. The investment pool is still covering most of the costs. Wait, construction efficiency in Yunnan, why is that being reduced? Is that because we've got armies active or something? Oh, the trade unions are very upset. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. And there we go. Now we've got free trade. Corn laws completed. Government petition completed. Let's see. The end of corn laws. The import tax on grain, known as the corn laws, has been abolished, signifying a political shift away from mercantilism and landowner power. So, laborers and peasants become more loyalist. Alright then, I'll take that. There we go, we've got 1.1 million now. It didn't quite fix the issues there, but it definitely reduced the issues. Now we've got almost, well, we had almost 52 million in GDP, but now we're at 51 again. So how bad is the... Well, actually, why is making the trade unions so angry? Well, there's a lot of laws that they disapprove of. And from intervention is laissez-faire. That's what another thing that is... Oh, right, they are now influential. That's why they are. Okay. Previously, they were not. So that's why we got away with it, really. Actually, so what we're going to do with these armies, we're going to switch both of these to probably just advance the front. And we'll just basically move through the... Oh, there we go. 2 arms. So we should have this front line very much in our favor. We've got no troops in there. They'll probably clear out the northern area first. But then at that point, our army will outnumber them greatly. And we'll just go ahead and march through. Yeah, we are definitely catching up to the enemies in here. And then the troops can return home afterwards. And there we go. That one's dealt with. Oh, Italy's damaging relations. Well, that's not good. Well, at least the innovation is still pretty good. We're getting the enlistment of... Actually, what is spreading in... Oh, it's the shift work. Well, the economy of scale building level cap is actually quite useful. We are starting to get a lot of big factories and all that at this point. Like the tooling workshops are going to be quite massive already. Also, is there any other places that are producing a lot of power but not using a lot of it? I suppose that was one. Over here in Django, we do not have any power plants yet. So we can't really do too much about that one. There we go. We're still getting some money. The investment pool is dropping a little bit in size. It's not too bad yet. I suspect we'll probably be mostly fine. Looks like the... okay, the prosperity of the Korean Steel Incorporated is not really that massive. It's not going up or down currently, mind you. At least we got that going for us, but yeah, it's the steel price is massive. I suppose we are going to get some more steel consumption with the artillery foundry that's being built. That will definitely help. Well, the standard of living didn't really increase that much by the social security laws. We can't increase that any further right now anyway, not even if we had the bureaucracy available. Speaking of which though, I suppose what we could do is we could take another government administration building up here. Not nearly the most effective construction work right now, but it will eventually get fixed, I'm sure. The trade unions are going to be upset for probably a good while, but eventually that will wear off. There we go. Now we've got 11.0 standard of living. That's improving. How we're looking on the GDP. Oh, the Russians are still 10 billion ahead of us. Okay, so they are improving their economy as well. China has gotten another 4 million, so they have taken a bit of distance to our GDP right now. But it's probably going a bit up and down for them. I'm guessing the... Oh, right, the construction efficiency in our states, even if it's the Chinese constructing it, it is still going to be the same reduction there. That's good to know. Getting another paper mill very shortly. How is the market looking like, anyway? Engines are in pretty high demand. Man of wars are still in pretty high demand. Iron is in high demand. Ammunition is kind of high demand. Hardwood is in pretty high demand. How's the wood situation? Roughly even there, so that's not too bad. If we get some more power, I suppose we are getting some more power in here. Do we have any of the logging camps here? We do. We could go ahead and put the electric sawmills. That's going to increase the electricity price temporarily. We'll put in the focus hardwood production as well. I'll get some more hardwood out of it. Oh, there we go. Enlistment officers. That is now done. So that should start reducing some of the problems there over time at least. And it's going to make sure that the power plant is actually profitable. Which, since we are getting another level there shortly, well, let's say shortly, 12 weeks from now, that shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, military statistics is spreading. Okay, well, let's go ahead and queue that one up then, shall we? That's going to unlock the... Oh, right, daily organization gain is going to be improved. And better training laws, and a few other things. The repeater rifles would also be quite nice to have, but we still don't have that one. And nationalism is going to take about a year to get. But once we get that, that's going to give us a bit more authority. We might get some better taxes. Or some other things to improve the situations. Not entirely sure which one we're going to go for, but we'll figure out something for sure. The... Oh yeah, looks like the loyalist numbers are still growing because we got good legitimacy. And the radical numbers are dropping. So that might actually be one of those things that will start improving the trade union's opinion of us. Same with the rule folk. We kind of need to improve both of those. I don't suppose there's any laws... Oh, France is damaging relations again. That's unfortunate. Right, so there is the propertied women. Rule folk would still oppose it. Okay, so we don't actually want to do that one then. Right of assembly. There's a few groups that would at least support this one, but there's also a lot of groups that would oppose it. So it might not pass. There is a chance that it will. Actually, is there a movement for that by chance? No, but there's an census suffrage. Oh, so it's got a movement supporting it, but it's also got quite a bit of people opposing it. It wouldn't radicalize anyone. Intelligentsia would oppose it, though. Okay, so maybe not that one, then. Man on the street. Disagreement between petty bourgeoisie and intelligentsia are causing conflicts in government. And no progress was ever made without putting theory into practice. So-called intellectuals should keep their feet on the ground. Or we need progress, but at a safe and reliable pace. Reduce the authority for 5 years. I don't think we're going to afford that one. So which one of these is hating us less right now? Just the petite bourgeoisie, we can take that one. Or reduce relations with them a little bit. The Red Scare. Okay, so either... Ominous Great Britain. Oh, wow. Huh. Okay, then. Either I make the trade unions hate me even more, but upper strata pops become more loyalist, or we try to go for a... You know what? What the heck? We're going to go for a communist route at this point. Or try to, anyway. We might not succeed in it. There we go. Oh, actually, GDP has dropped a little bit. Well, hopefully it'll start to recovering. But there we go. The power plant will be done in a few weeks. The trade unions are still very upset. So are the land... Oh, they're not the landowners. The rural folk. Not too much I can do there. The industrialists are still fairly good, though. That's good. Artillery foundry just got built. Are we now the... No, we're not actually number 3 in the artillery production anymore. Some others started building more. Nationalization of women. I'd say the testimony seems highly suspect. Yeah, we can get the... Well, I suppose the armed forces are going to be somewhat upset soon enough. The research speed will be dropped then, which is not exactly great, but we'll see. There's a whole lot of construction going on, though. Including a tooling workshop, lead mines, more tooling workshops, another railway, motor industries, textile mills, another railway. So I suppose the infrastructure is at least getting sorted out. We are actually getting a lot more money now. The diplomatic pack is still costing us massive amounts, let's just say. We could try passing the state atheism. What does that actually mean? Oh, more authority, conversion. Atheist becomes state religion. Oh, okay. You know what? Sure. We'll go for it. Communist criminality. Upper strata become more loyalist. Or the landowners get... You know what? Yeah. We'll reduce the landowners' strength a little bit. That'll be fine. We are getting a lot more money right now. You know what? Is the investment pool... The investment pool is still increasing in size. Okay, I think what we know... What we'll do is we'll just build some more construction sectors. Increase the construction speed even further. Also, we might need to get some more bureaucracy, but that's alright. Currently, I suppose Guambuk would be another... Well, the next location to build another one of these again. So we're currently at 176. I think we can get over 180 after this construction sector. At least, hopefully. It looks like the... Oh yeah, the radical numbers are still slowly dropping. The loyalist numbers are still pretty decent. We are lacking a little bit in convoys, so we may need to build a few ports as well. So we'll do... Oh! Increasing export value completed. Okay, I didn't realize that we were doing that, but I guess fine. The standard of living still hasn't increased too much, but it is as high as it's been thus far. The population is still increasing. How are we looking at the population? Oh, only 36% are peasants now. Labourers make about a third of the population. That's pretty decent. Because political strength is mostly capitalists, shopkeepers, and I guess engineers as well. Okay. Anyone that I could invite or request support for independence? No, not really. I've got about 750,000 in gold reserves as well. I'm getting more tooling workshops. Government administration is still going to take a little bit longer than intended. I suppose at least in some states the construction speed is already pretty good. The trade unionists, are we... Oh, right. Communist Great Britain is damaging relations. Why? I suppose they got their revolution going on. Oh! Oh, there we go. We got the 100 prosperity from the Steel Incorporated, so we are actually now getting more construction efficiency, I think. Oh, yeah, it is. It's got within the... Oh, there we go. Sure. Take the success chance there. The white emigres. We'll just take the... Give them the platform. We could choose between even less support for Council Republic, which we're not necessarily passing yet. Oh, Russia just started annexing Finland. Oh dear. Well, I suppose it does make them a bit stronger, which could then mean they might be more willing to then take on Qing, maybe? They would not accept our... Yeah, no, they are cooperative with Qing, so that's probably not going to happen then. Does Qing actually have any rivals right now? No, they're allied to Egypt. Your trade agreement with Italy and defensive power with Italy. We're trying to damage the relations with them. Ah, right, so we are actually getting that sorted out now. How's the liberty desire? It's still pretty high. We can't do anything in there, and it's still dropping slowly. Ah, right, so now we can't... yeah, that was my mistake, mind you. I didn't read the... if they would actually accept... I was hoping that they would not accept the request for independence. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I'm going to put interest in Indonesia. That's at least within the sort of neighborhood, so to speak. Oh, we're getting another classwork. It's been a while since we built any of those. But yeah, now the GDP is already... oh, wow. There we go, 56 million. That's been growing. But how is China's GDP looking like? They have 116, so they have also been growing a little bit in there. Oh, I guess we're no longer exporting silk to the French. Also doesn't really need to export tea to the British. Wait, so what are the French doing? Did they embargo? Oh, they got off. Oh, they got a bit of a roll on their hands. Well, that changes a few things, but I do also see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.